I am not a smart man. Accordingly, games with puzzles tend to frustrate me and make me feel incompetent, but for some unexplainable reason, I love them. And as anyone who has read any of my previous reviews knows, I also love retro-style platformers. That's why when I saw Alwa's Awakening, packed with puzzles, retro graphics, and NES-inspired action, I knew I needed it in my life. The first release from indie developer Elden Pixels, Alwa's Awakening is a 2D adventure platformer that, by the developer's own admission, tries to stay as close as possible to the authentic 8-bit look and feel of the NES era. Pixelated platformers like this tend to fall into one of two categories for me. Those that successfully capture the feeling of NES classics while also providing a fun, unique experience, and those that just rehash what's been done before without bringing anything new to the table. Thankfully, Alwa's Awakening falls far into the former, capitalizing on tried-and-true formulas without giving you an overwhelming sense of, wait, I've done this before. The game takes place in Alwa, an historically peaceful land that has been conquered by a mystical being called Vicar and his 4 protectors, who have stolen Alwa's ornaments, artifacts that are said to give their owners immense power. With Vicar and his protectors controlling the ornaments, Alwa descended into chaos and evil spread across the land. All seemed lost for the people of Alwa until one day, a mysterious heroine named Zoe was summoned from another world in a desperate attempt to save the land. As Zoe, it's your goal to take on the 4 protectors in each of their domains and recover the ornaments, all while gathering enhancements for your magical staff. These upgrades not only increase your damage, they also provide useful tools that will inevitably come in handy for the many puzzles you'll have to solve. Upon starting the game, the first thing that I noticed was how the controls felt. They aren't airtight controls like you'd find in Shovel Knight or Mega Man, but they're not loose or drifty either. There's a certain slowness to them that really harkens back to classic NES titles. These slightly airy controls don't make the game difficult to control by any means, but there may be a very slight adjustment period for some players. I'm a sucker for really good game design, and the game design in Alwa's Awakening is truly outstanding. Hidden areas are teased or in some cases just outright shown to you by enemies who will breach a section of a wall, causing you to think, I could probably get in there. The items you receive in each dungeon are hinted at throughout the dungeon itself, making the moment you finally receive the item a moment of empowerment. No longer are you reliant on items placed throughout the level to get from point A to point B, now you can summon them on your own whenever you need them. One aspect of the game design that I was glad to see making a return from NES-era titles is the classic, okay, I'm stuck, but I got this new item that allows me to get to places I couldn't previously get, prompting you to open up your map and seek out rooms that previously seemed unimportant or pointless to see if the new addition to your arsenal is exactly what you need to progress. I love these moments in games like Castlevania, and when I first opened the map in Alwa's Awakening, I was hopeful that I'd have these same moments in this game, and I was not disappointed. As I mentioned, one of your goals is to defeat one of the 4 protectors in each of the main dungeons. These boss fights, while maybe not as difficult as some classic titles, are yet another great callback to the boss fights of yesteryear. Each boss has their own pattern of attacks that become more aggressive as the fight goes on, and learning these patterns and figuring out how to use your magical abilities to either return or evade these attacks is very rewarding. All in all, Alwa's Awakening provides the player with a more than enjoyable experience. The combat's fun, each dungeon's unique, the game controls well, the pace is rewarding while still maintaining a challenging feel, the soundtrack is stellar, and I thoroughly enjoyed my time with this game. It doesn't quite manage to bring anything new to the table, but everything it does bring to the table is executed very, very well. Alwa's Awakening will be available on Steam on February 2nd for $9.99. For more reviews on video games and hardware alike, as well as first looks, editorials, and build guides, be sure to head on over to KBMOD.com.